Yeah, yeah.
How are you, sir? Rohan?
Can't complain. Everything cool?
Yes, sir. I had him back out.
Roger, take
When I
care.
come back to life, then definitely
Stay
reach out.
safe, stay safe, bro.
All right, sir.
So, the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from the east bank of Demerara. This is the Tumeri area, just before Bounty Farms, to give you guys an idea of what's going on. And what really transpired here last night is a motor car carrying three individuals who worked at the Tumeri International Airport, who set to work at it. Chedijagan International Airport, crashed here just in front of this premises, and two died on the spot, and one is presently critical in the hospital. To have an understanding what's going on here, presently GPL is on the ground and replacing the lamppost that would have been damaged and caused disruption to the supply, electricity supply in this area and the lighting on the road. But to get an understanding of what's going on here, let's go through, let's simply go through what I have been told and what is said to have happened just before this accident. Now the motor car was coming from the southern direction. That is the direction of the airport. And it left the road at a certain point here, hit the lamppost, and then hit the fence of this property right here. Now if you look, there are two lines clearly indicating the path which the motor vehicle took. So your two lines there clearly indicating the path. You could go, we'll go back over it and look at it. Firstly, I must say condolences to the families of the lost souls. But there is more to this story. And family members and friends of the persons who lost their lives would like a thorough investigation to bring some clarity. Now, sometime last night, a fight broke out somewhere back at Tumeri area, where the three individuals who got the accident in the car last night they were at a barbecue, a fight broke out, and then they hurriedly left. Now, one of the individuals, not the driver of the car and a friend decided to take the person that is known to them who was in the fight away from the location. A barbecue was being kept at some house. The driver of this motor car decided in good faith to take the individual who got himself into a fight over some girl or some sort of thing, and decided to take him and say, here, let's drop you home, let's bring an end to this. And that happened in good faith. Now, persons who were at the party claimed that the person who was being taken away in the vehicle, most likely heated language, loud voices, there might have been a scramble and everything else. The other person who was left at the barbecue left just after, said they're going for somebody. So persons are suggesting they might have been some sort of a rundown of this vehicle. Why were they driving so fast? Obviously this car was going at a fast rate of speed when it left the road to damage lampposts the way it did. Right? Why were they going so fast? To give you an understanding, there was a fight at a home-kept barbecue last night. Two individuals in a motor car decided to take their friend away from the location where the fight is to ensure that he's not harmed, and just to bring quail to the situation. It so happens that the two individuals who decided to bring away their friend or their associate, did not make it out alive from their car from this location. So this is a part of a door that's completely been ripped off. This is a gate, a concrete structure here of the Frank Paul shop that's been damaged. Another lamp post that was back that way is now some 20 feet away, dislodged from where it was, and 20 feet away. You got mats from the car, you got headlamp from the car. This would be other parts, different parts, red lights, that's suggesting backlights. You got both headlamps being completely dislodged. You got parts from the bottom of the front of the car. You got parts from in the trunk. So it seems that this car actually loose up on this spot. You got grill from the front of the car, a grill from the front of the car back that way. And funny enough, there's another part that would be in the bumper in the trench here too. Right? So the car would have come from that direction at a fast rate of speed. What some family members are suggesting that they might have been a bit of a rundown. After the fight was parted, there might have been a bit of a rundown. So that itself would be a whole different criminal investigation needed if it's found that these individuals were actually racing away from someone or being run down because they felt that harm would have been coming to them compared to a regular accident. If it is found that these persons were being chased and for fear of their life they sped up the car and actually died, this obviously is going to lead to a different kind of investigation compared to just a general accident investigation. And I received a call this morning from someone who was on the scene, and they said it was very confusing, the explanation given by the individual. Hi, good night, Chief. What time last night this thing happened? A little after 8 o'clock. Okay, a little after 8 o'clock. So he said around 8 or a little after 8 o'clock. Again, for those of you who've just tuned into Daybreak News with the Guyanese Critic, I'm coming to you from Tamari. And just to give you a bearing of where I am, is just before, if you're heading in the southern direction, is just before the Bounty Farms complex here. And if you're heading from the airport, is just after you leave the Bounty Farm complex. This happened going up, it would be on the right hand side. Coming down, it would be on the left hand side of what's known as the Tamari Public Road. So just in wrapping up what exactly happened, a motor car, blue, dark blue in color, a Toyota motor car, I think. And yes, a Toyota motor car, blue in color. I don't know what make, but was coming from that direction, said to have been speeding, and evidence shows that it would have had to be going at a fast rate of speed to completely dislodge not one, not two, not three, but 4 lampposts. Right? Well, that one was a little rotten, so it's weak and caused that, but 4 lampposts. You could imagine the level of impact that would cause a Wallaby post to just shatter like it was a toothpick. Right? GPL workers are presently on the ground removing what's left and putting new poles to ensure a reliable electricity supply reintroduced into the system. So the car was coming from at a fast rate of speed from the southern direction and left the road at the point where you see the skid marks on the grass, left the road, hit these lamp posts, spun out of control and everything else, because you can see the variance of parts here. Now let me run through this for you. This is your back left side, right side door skin. This is the back door. This is the skin, right? That there is your review mirror. That's all of these are parts from inside the car. That is the mat that's being the trunk. That is a part that is be under the front bumper. That's a headlamp. These are parts from all over the car. That's a headlamp. That there in the trench is a grill for the car. That's another part from the bumper. So you could imagine, if you're asking yourself where this car was hit or where the damages were on the car, it was actually everywhere. You got parts from all around the car. All the mats inside. You got parts in the backlight, headlamp, both headlamps off. You know, this car was mangled here last night, and I've seen photos. You got side mirror, right, for the car. You got things from the dashboard inside the front. You got things from the arm. Look, you got parts here, all in this shop area where this gate was hit down. You got parts fly, you know, all the way back in there. So this was a real hard hit. One of the individuals was set to fly out of the car. I don't know if that is the first person who died, but one of the individuals flew out of this car. After damaging 4 lamp poles, the car went on to damage a solid concrete structure here, a solid concrete post, hitting out a steel gate. Very, very unfortunate situation here. What the real worry is in this unique situation, it is being suggested by persons who were at the barbecue that a fight occurred that led to the 3 individuals who were in the car, 2 now dead in the car that had the accident here, 2 now dead and 1 critical. It is said that persons left that barbecue and might have run down the individual who was leaving. 2 friends was taking away a friend not to have the discontinuation of a fight. They didn't want the fight. They said, man, come let me carry him. They jump in the car and they're driving off. They drove off. Now in the best interest of taking care of the friend and taking the friend to maybe taking the friend home, in that process an accident occurred, killing 2 people on the scene and leaving 1 critical, damaging GPL's infrastructure too. Now this is parts of a window glass, right? The car's window glass, tinted part, by the way. So this is a mirror, one of the mirror, and you see how this debris is scattered. This debris is scattered over a 50 feet by 50 feet area, huge area with the damage. So you could imagine the car would have hit there, toppled, who flying out, the whole situation mangled. Real grim incident happened here last night. Unfortunate for now 3 families. 3 families. But family members are asking that police do a thorough investigation, because allegations are being made that there might have been a rundown of this car after what transpired at a home-held barbecue. The Guyanese Critic coming from Tamari, where I'm covering an accident that has left, an accident that occurred sometime around 8 o'clock or just after 8 o'clock last night, that has left 2 individuals dead and 1 critical, a number of damages to GPL's infrastructure here too. So the Guyanese Critic for Daybreak News.